This is it. No turning back now. We're on the hunt for Kevin McCallister's house from Home Alone. See if we can find it. This is the official Home Alone film locations video for my channel. Currently walking past the Murphy house. And I'm going to show you, oh my God, this is awesome. Oh, I grew up on this movie. Where's Harry and Marv at when you need them? But right here to my right is the McCallister House. I still don't know how Peter McCallister paid for this house because it's huge. So here we go, check this out. McCallister House, wait. Yeah, right there, McCallister House. This is so cool, guys. It needs to be Christmas so I can watch Home Alone, but I guess it really doesn't need to be Christmas for me to watch those movies, right? They're just all around great movies. So this is the film locations video for this movie. Let's check out the house and some other cool places, so let's go. Here it is, the McCallister home. I've been to Chicago 4 times, and each time this place has evaded me, and I'm finally here. Oh, I'm so excited. Looks like they had just put their gate closed. It was open a few minutes ago. But remember in the movie where Kevin runs out of the front door and he had a garage and like their cars are still here? They didn't leave. They have definitely changed it in the last 30 years. God, it's hard to think that that movie was filmed 30 some years ago. But this is the driveway where the pizza man would have rolled up. And clearly it has changed because the driveway used to go in that way and back out. But yep, no longer. Where the pizza man would hit the statue. Just walk past it and see. Now, I do believe that that little white building back there was built on after the movie. So this is the Murphy house. Multiple scenes were filmed here, including where Kevin almost gets hit by the wet bandits. Comes walking across the sidewalk here. They come down the driveway. And then if I remember correctly, when Kevin looks out of the window and sees the wet bandits get arrested, it was right there in that front yard. So in the movie, when the wet bandits are in their van and they're naming off houses, he goes, number 664 right now, and the lights turn off. This is actually house number 664. That is crazy. Again, when they're naming off house numbers, this is house number 672 right now. And the lights go off, or come on. So when the wet bandits show up, they park along the curb here, and they're naming off house numbers. It shows the McCallister house at the end. He goes, that's the one, Marv. That's the silver tuna. That's where we're gonna make the money. They got all kinds of goodies in there. So as the wet bandits are ransacking the Murphy house here. Peter McCallister calls from Paris. The number is like 555 something or other, and the wet bandits are inside, and the answer machine goes off, and he says, yeah, you're right, they're gone, they're in Paris. And he's like, I knew they were. The McCallister house, the Murphy house. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it very well. Behind these bushes right here, that window is where, excuse me, Kevin looks out of when I believe he sees old man Marley with his family. Okay, so here we are at location number 2, the Toothbrush Store, where Kevin steals the toothbrush. Maybe it might be approved by the American Dental Association. I don't know, it might get a little loud because we are right next to a park where there's a bunch of kids playing. So let's check out location number 2, the store. It has since been turned into an ice cream store. The brick wall is still intact, along with the marble right there. Kevin comes running out of the door right here, along with Jimmy, runs across the street into the park. Jimmy yells, hey, shoplifter! Runs right up through there. Okay, so when Kevin is running from the police officer, he runs into this park right here. The police officer is standing right here next to his car. Now, since then, the movie has been, this park has been restored and changed. You see these 3 trees, and there was actually you can see the old sidewalk used to be right here. And then you see these trees right here, kind of pans and zooms, comes in there, and then right here through this park is where the ice rink would have been. And he runs right over there to those train tracks. Again, when Kevin is running away from the police officer, he runs right through here. And he can be seen running across that bridge right there, and it's more of a upper shot than I can get, but it's right about there. And you see the metro railway train cars go by on those tracks right there. All right, I'm curious, and I know everybody else is gonna be curious. I'm walking across this bridge. You are not alone. Oh, there's a bee. Ah! Sorry. So this is the bridge that Kevin ran across. This is location number 3 in Home Alone, where Kevin goes grocery shopping, and he has one of my mom's favorite lines in the movie. He says, it's for the kids. Let's go in and take a look. So this is the aisle right here where Kevin is walking down with the grocery cart, and he puts the milk in his cart, and that door right there at the end can be seen in the background with a wrapping on it. Well, more like a bow. The door's wrapped up like a bow. Yeah, right here in this aisle. And he stops. He's walking towards the camera right here, and he stops maybe midway, right here on the side, and he picks up some milk. So it's a little awkward filming inside of a grocery store, but I did it. We made it to this location where Kevin does his grocery shopping. While I was in there, I picked up a lemonade. It's for the kids. But it's cool seeing how much has changed in the last 30 years since the movie and being in the same spot that he was. So I'm gonna drink this and we're gonna head to the next location. So let's go. All right, so this is location number 4. Let's check it out. This is the church that Kevin runs to when he's running away from the wet bandits, Harry and Marv. Let's take a closer look. All right, so in the movie, the camera pans down just like this. You see the front of the church, and it comes over here to the side, and Kevin can be seen running across the grass right there, and he runs up to that little setup, and right where those cars are coming, Harry and Marv are in their van, and they stop by, and they're trying to find Kevin. They think he might have went into the church, so they pull up around here, and they stop, and they think he might have went into the church. Very busy intersection. Right on the corner, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4 different roads that connect right here, right in front of this church. Fun fact, when Kevin is running from the wet bandits, he goes into this church here and he sees Old Man Marley sitting in a row behind him, and he tries not to freak out, but that specific church scene, the inside shots were not filmed at this church here. They're filmed at a completely different church. So that scene is completely different. Just the exterior shots of Kevin running away from the wet bandits was filmed right here at this church. There are so many locations to this movie. I'm trying the best I can, but luckily all the locations are really close together. So on to the next one. All right, so this is going to be my last film location for the movie Home Alone. I'm still here in Winnetka. I really wanted to get inside of the church where Kevin meets Old Man Marley. Unfortunately, it is closer to Chicago and it's over an hour away. So with that being said, the location that I'm at now, right behind me, is where Kevin comes and meets Old Man Santa. And he tells him his only Christmas wish is to get his family back. So let's get a closer look and see the location where they filmed it at. So when Kevin walks up, right here in the middle would have been a fake Santa setup. Fake little, I don't know, elf house, I guess. And he stops and asks the elf lady if he's still around. She's like, you might be able to catch him. He's about to get in his car. But the elf house has been right about here. It's almost summer. The trees and everything's blooming, so there's a lot of greenery here. And you can't really see it, but this building was in the background. And if you go over here, turn around, Santa's car would have been parked probably right where that white one is. And he tells him he knows he's not the real Santa, but he needs him to pass on a message to the big man that he only wants his family back, and maybe if he has time, his brother Buzz. Okay, so that wraps up the filming locations for the movie Home Alone. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video as much as I have. It was awesome to be here and see these locations and be able to share it with you guys, because Home Alone is one of my favorite Christmas movies. It holds a very near and dear spot in my heart because I always watched it around Christmas time at my grandmother's. We laughed, had a good time. So this video, I guess you could say, will be dedicated to her. So I had to come up here. Like I said, I've been to Chicago 4 times, and all the locations I knew were here, but I never got around to seeing them. Besides now, I made the trip to come up here specifically for this. All right, that is it. I'm going on and on and on. I don't know why, but I will see you guys on the next one. Take care. I will see you later.